Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG, and this one's located on the north spawn of Murovanka Encounter, and it's under the command of Coxie of Philo. Now, I do a lot of replays for Philo members, and Coxie admitted to me that he was absolutely plastered, well, half drunk, when he actually played this game. So we can forgive him for a few mistakes that he might make, but you needn't have worried really, because the Fifi La Pew Pew, as this Arty is known, is very forgiving, and he's moving back into a position a little further away in the bushes, and he's being joined by their next 13105. Okay, he's ready to go, and he's looking for enemy targets. Now, Fifi La Pew Pew was named by a member of What Arty Noobs, an American gentleman who came up with the idea because it's French, so it's a female. It's Fifi, and she goes pew 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 a lot, so we thought, well, Fifi La Pew Pew makes it very simple. It's much better than leFH18B2 or leaf blower or leFH. And the skin that you can see on the vehicle, that came up by Sir Rusty. He designed the skin, and thank you so much for doing that, Sir Rusty. It really is quite nice actually to have our vehicle and have the name on the side. And there's a KV-220 just got wiped out by our OI. But Coxie's found a target to shoot at now. It's a 25 TP, tier 5 Polish medium, and he got a hit. 173 hit points. Now, the Fifi La Pew Pew can do alpha damage of 410 hit points. It's only 105mm, but it's a light field howitzer. It's a German gun, it's very accurate, and it's also fairly good at penetrating the target. And he got a nice hit there on that T67 for 165. And we've got two enemy tanks in the cap. I think we're going to try and put a round into that Skoda or the heavy tank. Well, 1 and 2. Heavy tank. Yes! And a nice hit for 160 hit points. Going for the Skoda. Getting a full reset. And yes, we got the Skoda, but it's not a full reset because there is an enemy there. Oh, he set fire to the Skoda. He blew him up by burning him up. And there's the other interlopers, the OI experiment. He fires around into him, gets another reset, claims 9 capture points or defense points, and we fire another round in and get another hit. 116 hit points. Now this is what the Fifi is famous for, the death by 1,000 cuts of that 105mm gun. It's so accurate, it reloads really quickly, and it can dial in the aim very quickly as well. And that heavy tank number 6 just took another round. We've got another 5 defense points there. Firing in again. And another hit. 144, but we were spotted by an enemy. There's an enemy tank behind us. It's a leopard. And he's coming up to try and attack us, and he's just fired a round into us. And I'm not sure Coxie is aware in his inebriated state that he's actually being attacked by an enemy light tank. And he turns round. He's loaded, and he blows the leopard away at close range. That's so funny. Only trouble is, of course, now the enemy knows where we are. They might try and send somebody else to kill us. Right, P43 is next. Dialing in. Rounds out. Another direct hit. 118 hit points. And he's gone. Now we've got a T-34S. Rounds out. Oh, it just misses him because he pulls back in time. But there's still one enemy tank out there. It's an AMX 12 ton. And we don't know where he is. Oh, we know where he is now. He's actually on the A row. And he's just shot and killed a KV-2 on our team. And he's headed towards us. Round out. Just misses him. Got to reload. 7.65 seconds to reload, but he's somewhere in those trees, I think. Getting closer. There he is. Lining him up. He's over a ridgeline at the moment, but we're turning to face him. Backing into the trees. Here he comes. And we fire around into him for 136 hit points. Well, we took a round from him. Gonna fire again. And that wins the game. Wipes him out with 254 hit points. Nice play, Coxie. Even while smashed, he still plays well. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Coxie in the 105 leFH18B2, and in fact it is his first ace tanker. Those scrolls underneath means it is a first ace. He also picked up a cold-blooded. Now that's not a medal you see all that often, because to get one of those you have to be an SPG of at least tier 4 and kill 2 enemy light tanks within 100 meters of your Arty. And normally it's only reserved for those people who shotgun the enemy tank that's been sent to try and kill you and wipe you out. Well, fantastic job with getting one of those, because they are rare. He also picked up an arsonist for setting fire to that Skoda T24 and burning him up. A duelist badge for taking down 2 tanks who did damage to him. Of course, those would be the AMX and the Leopard. And he also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 14. Now, here's the epic medals. He managed to get a Gore's medal. He did more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. A Stark's medal for receiving 2 hits from the enemy, potentially losing 2/3 of your hit points and killing at least 2 enemy tanks in the process and surviving the battle. And of course, yes, he did take those hits from the Leopard and from the MX 12 ton. And on top of that, he got a high caliber. He dealt the most damage in the battle overall. And the win rate for that game was 7,324. So let's have a look at the team scores. There you go. Right at the top of the table, 2,316 hit points of damage. He got the top on that. The OI came second with 1,746. And he picked up a steel wall. And then after that, it was the heavy tank number 6 that was in the cap with 1,317 hit points. When it came to kills, he was top of the table again. He managed to get 3 kills, and so did the Skoda T25. And when you came to base XP, again, he's top of the table. It's got a clean sweep at the top with 1,073 base experience points. The OI got 752, and the Skoda T25 712. Coxie fired 15 rounds in that battle. He got 12 direct hits and 2 penetrations. Splash damage on 11 as well. He did damage of 2,316 hit points, of which 1,546 were at more than 300 meters. So obviously a lot of the damage, or some of the damage, was at very close range, both at the Leopard and at the MX 12 ton. He received 5 hits from the enemy. Only one of them was a penetration. That was from the MX 12 ton. 4 non-penetrations, and most of those came from the Leopard, who I actually think auto-aimed onto the Fifi, and that was a big mistake, because the Fifi is basically a Char B1. It's a heavy tank, and if you auto-aim onto it, you'll just hit the heavy armor, and of course your shells won't go through. He blocked damage of 180 hit points. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and did damage assistance of 412 hit points. He also managed to get 36 defense points on the enemy whilst they were capping. On the credit side, he earned 56,397 credits on a premium account. He had 28,199 for the mission and events, so his total came to 84,596 credits. And after repair and ammunition resupply, he actually took away 81,920 credits, which is very good for a tier 5 Arty. He picked up 7 bonds for getting the awards, the Gore's medal, the High Calibre, and the Stark's medal. And he also picked up 1,609 XP, 2,415 for completing the mission and events, and 644 because this is a premium vehicle, so he took away 4,668 experience points altogether. So yes, he said, even when half drunk, Fifi is a forgiving mistress. Yes, she's more than that. She is an absolute darling sometimes, and if you want to have a really good game, the Fifi La Pew Pew is certainly a lot of fun. But to get an ace tanker, your first ace tanker, as well as a cold-blooded, which is very rare, I can tell you, I don't have that many, but I do have a couple. But I can tell you, yes, it's difficult to get these. So congratulations on that set of medals. Really good show. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.